back, right? So anyway, Cynthia, I just want to turn the Zoom over to you. Whatever you want to share as the heartbeat of the CEO of this company, we're just going to leave it up to you to tell us what you want to tell us.
Well, first, I do want to wish you a very big, amazing, blessed, incredible birthday.
Thank you.
So, I mean, there's nothing, more precious in this world than being able to wake up another day and just be grateful for what we have. And, I just want to share the gratitude and the excitement of, what it is that we do have going on here. Because, we started this business, back in 2019, as you know, just out of necessity, need, I guess, we just wanted to be able to just help people who couldn't find a way otherwise. And I love when people, look at people like us and positions like us and don't expect there to be any kind of failure in your background or disappointment in your background. I mean, how many people married, fell in love, and everything worked out with the very first person they ever kissed? Even then, relationships take time. Learning how to raise kids takes time. Learning how to build a business. These are all things that people just learn over time. And I am extremely grateful for what we have here, but I'm even more grateful for the failures that we've had in the past, because sometimes I think you need something like that to be able to be grateful for what it is that you're building and what you have. And this to me is not a business. We built it like one, all right, but I overall really just consider us a community. We're like our own village. We look out for each other. I mean, the amount of comments and people that we get, just even on a daily basis, just being grateful, sending messages for changes that they have in their life. And to be honest with you, we just look at it as just part of what we do, every day. If you see somebody in need, you help them out. And that's always been our goal. Our goal is not to, not have any bumps in the road or any trouble or these things are just things that are going to come along. The goal and overall mission of this company is to continue to build a community and a resource so that people, if they choose to, have an option, have a way. And it's never our intention to lock everybody in here and be like, you can't go anywhere else. We're not the jealous, crazy girlfriend. We like to share the love. We like to give people not just an opportunity, but an ability to learn how to make money, learn how to network, learn how to even feel comfortable in your own skin doing a presentation. Because guys, these are skills to me. It's almost like swimming or, which is like a life skill. And it's our intention for people to have life skills. I talk to people all the time about, okay, we're investing here, we're trading here. What other things can I do? I don't, tell you to go trade gold and all these other things I don't know anything about. But I do believe in, if you want to start a business, guys. You want to open a restaurant. You want to build a church, schools. You want to, invest in properties and flip houses or, do those things. All right. Because what we do is amazing. And we have some really exciting projects that we've been working on for a very long time. Never underestimate how long it actually takes to complete a project. I always start these things and I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna get it next week, and they keep yelling at me. I get yelled at a lot, believe it or not. I'm the CEO and people still yell at me because I just want to get things done, and it's because I'm anxious to give our community something more. So hopefully these are some things, if I crack the whip enough, we'll be able to roll out things you can participate in, things you can share, and I like I said, I love the trading world. It was quick. It was, an easy way for us to get in, start producing results right away. It is, the market is tricky. It's up, it's down, and I like stability. This business isn't right now for everybody, but we want to be able to make it for everybody. One tiny thing I will just Bob, during your presentation, first of all, you doing presentations is like listening to Elvis to me. I just swoon at the sound of your voice doing these things. You're an amazing presenter. And I love the way you represent us. It's amazing. We do have an updated presentation in the back office. I'm going to encourage all of you to use that and share it as well. There's information on there about being a hedge fund company. I just wanted to clarify that. When we started out in 2019, it is what we started as. However, as we continue to grow and have this number of people, being a hedge fund company also requires that you qualify your investors, which means us having to collect information from our customers prior to them even being able to register with us. And it's an international business. That could be difficult for a lot of people, as you indicated, also people who don't have bank accounts, people who don't have resources. And we want to be able to ensure that this business continues to be available for as many people as possible. So if you check our disclosures, our information, we're trading advisors. All right, we operate our own MetaTrader platform, but I just want to clarify that one little difference. It doesn't change what we do or how we operate. I just want to make sure we're super clear and transparent when talking to everybody about what it is that we do and how we represent ourselves. But other than that, guys, it's been an amazing few years. Extremely excited about the next few years even. And we really sincerely appreciate the support from everybody here. I hear you have new ambassadors on your team, not just your dad, but is Mr. Olivier also an ambassador from what I understand?
Yes, he is this week.
Congratulations
To my sponsor, Olivier.
Another one who I used to beat up all the time. I just, to me, we're here to bring, build leaders, and the only way to do that sometimes is just to, give a little tough love. So sorry if I ever, cracked up a little too hard, but I do believe in building people. And sometimes, but everybody knows we always do everything with the best intention, a great deal of love. We truly love and respect everybody here, and congratulations, Golden Team, on everything. I got that right? On everything that you've accomplished. I mean, just even, to have a Wednesday night meeting casually like this, to have this kind of attendance is humbling, it's overwhelming, and it really just is an accreditation to what it is that you guys do every day. So we do appreciate you. If there's anything, Heather, you want to just comment on throughout with it, but this is your show tonight, so I don't want to take over.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. No, we appreciate. Hey, whatever you're willing to give us, we're willing to receive. Our ears and eyes are open. We are grateful to see in our official Novatech channel that your cohort, Ricardo, has told us that there is some amazing updates coming with developments on the actual systems. Are you able to comment on that?
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a moment. One thing I want people to know and understand is that, we utilize as admins, support, and everything else, this same system. And trust me, nobody wants to kick a computer screen faster in the face than I do when things aren't working 100% correctly. It is part of the growing pains. There's an overwhelming number of people joining us every day, which is a good problem to have. We talk to our developers literally around the clock, and even when I ask them, what's going on right now, they're like, "Did you just double in size again?" And like, maybe, so I understand the difficulty and the stress that comes with things not always working correctly. But again, it's just one of those things, you just chalk it up to it does what it does. Every issue always gets corrected, even if it takes longer than everybody would like. But I want to stress, the importance of treating this as a growing entity that's meant to be stable over time. This isn't a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It's just as easy to, take things down. I guess it's a lot harder to build it up. So I think we've kind of just had to come to the realization that what we're working with is probably best to just do a major overhaul than to keep trying to add on to it or make repairs to it or whatever. We need to be able to scale properly. And the system is a beautiful system, and it was designed very well. But I think it just has too many functions that as we've grown and customized our everybody, most of you know, we haven't changed our comp plan pretty much since we started. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay, so the system when we first built it just had a lot of maybe unnecessary things that do utilize resources that we don't necessarily need in order to run the business. Everybody cares here about a couple of things. They want to see their downlines, how they're building, how they're growing, and they want to see their money. Not just see it, but be able to withdraw it. So I just need a few basic functions. I need you guys to be able to monitor and track your business, and we need for you to be able to transact, whether that's upgrading or signing up new people or whatever. Unfortunately, you know, people are creatures of habit and they're gonna just do what they do. Everybody's gonna do it on Friday when we get paid. Everybody's gonna do it again on Saturday when we get paid. And, you know, we have a 24/7 system. I would love for people to use it more on Monday and Tuesday when it's zipping fast, but people still wanna be able to get on Fridays, Saturdays, and we understand that. So sometimes we just need to reroute. But we have started the process of just doing a new build out. Again, just know that that does take time. So you don't need to send support tickets, God help us, asking when it's gonna be ready. These poor guys, they get an enormous amount of requests daily. You wouldn't even believe how many people just don't enter their own email addresses incorrectly. So, you know, we wanna be careful when we're registering people. Hands in the beginning, guys. Make sure they're registering correctly. Make sure, you know, the information is inputted correctly. And I'm if you make a mistake with your registration, just scrap it and open a new one, because the account's going to delete itself after 48 hours anyway. You're not going to have any issues with compliance contacting you and say you have duplicate accounts because it auto deletes. But sometimes it's a lot easier to just do that than to go open a ticket with support, wait for somebody to answer you, and in the meantime, your account's closing. It just doesn't make sense. You do something wrong, just do it over. You know, people like to click on links and then stuff gets saved in their cache that doesn't belong there, and then, oops, I signed up under the wrong person because I clicked on somebody else's link. That's okay. Ignore it. Do it again correctly. A lot of these things we can just fix without having to ever go through support. If you signed up with the wrong email, sign up an account with that email if you want to, but it's a lot easier to me to just scrap it and do it over again. You know, these are just little tips or tricks, whatever, that'll kind of help you move along. But, you know, a lot of times people will open these accounts incorrectly. The email's not correct. They didn't get a letter verifying the account, but they're funding it. Don't do that. Don't fund an account you can't get into because the email's incorrect. You know, don't let other people have access to your email if that same email is going to open your Novatech account. You know, there's so much, you know, there's so much that we can do as a company to help protect your account. You know, we really need users to start at home, making sure that their accounts are protected. People don't have access to their emails. They're setting it up correctly. And a lot of these things, if you just get it done correctly in the first time, as Bob said, it's just a self-maintained account. You'll never have to do anything else. You can go in, check your balances, upgrade if you want to, cash out if you want to. You know, we love the flexibility of what it is that we do. And we really, you know, I'm somebody who's always prided myself on service. So we want to make sure that we continue to provide the best service. And I think along with that comes with us doing upgrades, an overhaul if we have to. And, you know, again, Mr. Roy Ricardo, he's also in charge of helping launch some of these new projects that we're working on as well. So trust me, and for those of you who don't know, that's my little brother. So I stay on top of him. You think we wrestled as kids, you should see us wrestling as adults. So, you know, we're all just really excited to just get to the next phase.
So Cynthia, since we're in the process of scaling out and developing the new system, as you know, we did a test pilot over the last few weeks on automated compounding your bonus ROI. Yes. How is that looking?
Well, that module is done, as you know, because a lot of you tested it. The only thing we're tying into it is because it wasn't something we considered when we launched it. We just wanted people to be able to move the money quickly if they wanted to. So what we did was we set up an auto invest option, as you know, which would allow you, if it turned on, to have your bonuses, your ROI. It doesn't apply to commissions, but the ROI, when it's paid on Friday, to go directly into your trading account. because that's one of the reasons why a lot of people log into the systems on Fridays, to be able to get that upgrade done before the weekend. So this would allow it to go straight there. What we didn't take into account is that the volume. So it goes into your trading account, is there, but we weren't tying it to an order system. Because right now, for you to make an upgrade, you have to do what? You have to place an order in the system. You got to put it in your cart. It generates a receipt, but that serves two purposes. Not only is a record of the transaction, but it also is what's generating volume for your team and your downline. So it's great to take $100 and auto invest it in trading, but if it doesn't generate an order and a receipt, two things are going to happen. We're not able to attribute that to your group volume because there's no record of it, although it's in the transaction history. But also without a record of it, there's no email receipt, which means people are now still logging in every Friday to see if it made it there, you know? So we want to be able to generate an order for it so that it goes into your volume, so that you can continue building towards your rank achievements, but also more importantly, that it generates an email receipt that you get so that you already know it's done, taken care of, it's already been paid. So that right now, I think they're just testing the orders to make sure that it's generating the receipts properly. I don't think it'll be done, you know, for this week, but I'm hoping for next week that that'll all be tidied up and we can launch it officially to everybody.
Fantastic. Oh, that's wonderful. So all the panelists that are here today are my direct sponsored friends. And we just want to show gratitude to you and to Novatech and to Eddie and your brother, Ricardo, for everything they've done for us. So if any panelists want to just share a 30-second gratitude to Cynthia, feel free to do so.
Okay, can I go first then?
Yes, David.
Hi, David.
This is David Chandler from the Satoshi Show. He's a newly person that just came onto my team, and I'm so blessed to have him with the Satoshi Show here. Go ahead, David.
Hi, David.
Oh, hi. I wanted to thank you, Cynthia, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. Really, really thank you. When I looked at Novatech and how you have structured it, I knew I had to get involved. So the fact that you have started in 2019 and weathered the ups and downs of the market and came out profited week after week says it all. You did a wonderful job. And also the fact that we have access to the funds in our PAM account at any time is huge. You don't know how huge that is. And lastly, your hybrid referral program. This is what got me in really enticed into it, was that where we can help our team gain from the rank bonus with our hard work. So thank you. And I really, really appreciate you. And we love Novatech.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Just raise your hand and I'll call you out. Debbie, go ahead. Take yourself off mute.
Did you say Debbie?
Yes, congratulations, by the way, on reaching senior director today.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. So blessed, no doubt about it. Well, I'd certainly like to shout out a huge blessing and thankful blessing to my beautiful friend, Heather, one of my best friends in the world. I was to her own personal birthday party 4 years ago, but can't make it this time. So I love you, my dear friend. We've become the best friends in the world, and I'm so thankful for all your help and for this beautiful opportunity. And Cynthia, for you, I tell you, we are blessed to be a part of this Novatech world. And there's so many people we have been able to help, even help somebody pay their rent. It's just even on a small basis, but this has been just a beautiful ride. And I just thank you so very much. And so thankful to my team. They've been amazing. Even so many of them kicked in this week to say, we're going to get you to senior director, and boy, they worked. So I so appreciate all of them. So thank all of you. And thank you, Bob. Yes, you are the best. So
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you again.
I
But see,
appreciate
that's really
that.
how you say that, right? Like your team kicked in to help you get somewhere. It's not something you can just do on your own.
No,
You know,
the team
right? So
effort.
you got to be able to build people up, and it's the only reason why, even the core team, a lot of people don't believe it now looking at us, but Our core team started with 30 people. I'm sorry, not our core team. Our entire team started with 30 people. And when I say 30 people, I mean like 30 customers. So, and it took a really, really long time to grow. And, you know, and that's coming from a background where we had teams of hundreds of thousands of people. And here we are starting our own business with 30 customers. And it didn't bother us one bit. It gave us a lot of time to get feedback. And, these are all members that, well, I don't know if some of them are still here. They're probably left or whatever. But we were all just, I don't want to say destitute, but I love something Bob so he said we were all temporarily broke. All right. And trust me, being broke is a temporary state for most people. If you're like lingering in brokenness, then it's you're not just broke, you got some other issues going on. But these were people who needed an opportunity and needed a way out. And we even bickered in the beginning. It was like, oh, why is it taking so long? But things take time to build, things take time to perfect, and we're still not even perfected yet. But what's important to me when I look back is that I treat making money like we do swimming. Once you know how to swim, you always know how to swim, right? Once you know how to ride a bike, you always know how to ride a bike. I think once you know how to make money, even if it may come and go, you're always going to know how to make money. So sometimes that requires a little patience. But I have leaders here on our team who couldn't pay their rent and were getting evicted. Now they're in nice homes, driving nice cars, and they're getting married and they're having families. And and we just hear stories like that all the time, and it just reminds me why we started, and it just encourages us to keep doing it no matter how difficult it gets.
Exactly.
God put something in your path. If we're not doing this to help people, and it's every day, people get aggravated with me sometimes because they're like, I got $1 million investor, I need you to talk to them. I'm like, if they have $1 million, they don't need to talk to me. They've already figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So tell them to go play, roll the dice, let's go. It's the people that I know who don't have any other means or just don't know how to even, that we help every day. That makes it such a big deal. And people never understand my aloofness when it comes to, big investors. And we appreciate you. We're glad you're here. You help us do what we do every day. But it's the little people that you reach out and touch every single day that makes such a big difference to us. And there's a lot more of them than you would think.
Amen. You're so right. Reverend Mark Marshall, you're next. My good friend. You're on mute, my friend.
Oh, there you go. Hi, guys.
I like your t-shirt. What does your t-shirt say, Mark?
It says, I'd rather, let's see, you'd have to read it here. Can you read it?
Big chest you got there.
God. I know.
I'll read it. Tell us, Mark, what it says. Tell us what it says, Mark.
It says, I'd rather
He
stand
probably
with
has
God
to go get a mirror to remember.
I know. I would rather stand with God
than be judged by the world. Or no, I'd rather
Amen.
be judged by the world and stand with God.
Amen.
Something like that.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I just want to thank you, Cynthia, so much, and Heather for introducing me. This was an answer to prayer. And I prayed that God would just help me be equally yoked in my relationships in business. And when I saw your company and Heather and all the prayer that goes on, I go, that's an answer to prayer, because I've got great relationships as a Christian and being equally yoked in those, but I needed to be equally yoked in my business ventures. And this has just been a blessing, just to have the freedom. I've been through cancer, I've been through COVID, I've been through shingles right now. And to know that you have a paycheck coming on Friday and Saturday, even if you can't work, is just tremendous. But I'm so thankful for all the people that's on our team, and Heather and everybody else. And it takes teamwork to build this. And I'm just so grateful and humbled by what it's done for, families and people. So thank you, Cynthia, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
That's right. Not everything. People sometimes just pray when they need something. Sometimes you just got to pray because you're thankful or grateful, and you just ask him to come, he'll be there. Whether, Most people think about personal relationships, but he wants to be in our business affairs too.
That's right. Amen. Go ahead,
How are we
Troy.
gonna feed the world if we don't let them in?
That's it. Troy Raja.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Cynthia, for taking time out to be here tonight. But I also want to thank the birthday girl, the golden girl, Heather, because, I've been in networking for a long time. I've done well, made, multiple six-figure monthly incomes. But Heather kept calling me. She set up this Telegram channel. She kept calling me for like 2 years. She'd send me a telegram. She'd send me an email. You got to check out Novatech. You got to check it out. And finally, we dug in, late June, early July, and started checking it out. I just picked up the phone. Another company I was in failed, and I picked up the phone. I said, Heather, what are you doing? And she told me. And I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I listen 2 years ago? But anyway, Cynthia,
You probably
your
wouldn't have been
story.
as impressed.
Yeah, well, it wasn't ready. The timing wasn't right. But I listened to your story and how you took a business failure, a little bit of a nose plant, and turned it around because you cared so much about the people following you, and you turned it into this great opportunity of Novatech. And I said, I want to follow that lady. So thank you, Miss Cynthia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you,
Anybody ever
Troy.
tell you look like Woody Harrelson? At least from this end, you do.
Yeah, he
Woody
does kind of, doesn't
Harrelson.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
love
right.
him, but
All
you're gonna
right,
find me
Bob,
saying
there
that
it
a lot
is.
about people.
All right. Well, I got to say, what you said about helping other people, I've been in networking for a long time myself, and I just got burned out. I love it because my favorite thing is the relationships we build around the world, right? But I got so, what's the right word? Just tired of
Overwhelmed.
watching my friends never make a penny and spend
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars every month. And about 2 years ago, I just took a hiatus. I said, I'm all done. And I wrote a goal down on January 1st. I write my goals down every January 1st. And I hadn't done that since COVID for a couple of years. And I was writing down my goals. And my very first goal was to accelerate my retirement. And I was praying about it. I was just trying to manifest it into my life. And literally 9 days later, my sponsor called me about Novatech, and she was pitching me in a way that I was done with networking. Like, I didn't want nothing to do with networking. And then she said, well, listen, if all you did was look at this to accelerate your retirement, then just do it for that. And that red light went on now, or green light went on now. It did not take long for me to realize this compensation plan that you have put in place is built for every single person to make money. And when I started telling people, and they didn't really believe me at first, we started building with our core people. But what I love more than anything about this is all 5,000 people in my group make money every week, every single week. And that is what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me excited to keep picking the phone up. That's what keeps me invigorated to do Zooms every single week, 4 or 5 times a week, because I know that if they join and simply open a PAM account, they're going to make money. It's as simple as that. And then it's so funny, Cynthia, I have so many people that tell me, I'm not getting on your Zooms. Don't send me those schedules. I don't want any part of that. 6, 7 weeks later, they're calling me up going, hey, man, can you talk to my friend John? Can you talk to, I'm like, wait, I thought you weren't going to share this with anybody. It's like, how in the world can I not share this with people I love? I've been making money every single week. And that right there is, I think, the reason Novatech is going to be, it's really the household name that's going to happen for people that are in networking. And because I tell people all the time, this is not like your networking that you've done. This is not some traditional MLM company. Don't tell anybody about it.
And we didn't want it to be. We didn't want, I mean, a lot of people, I tell people all the time, we're not a networking company that trades. We're a trading company that offers you an affiliate program if you want to use it. Only 30% of our, and I say it all the time, only 30% of our customer base use it.
It's
So the other 70% just trade, or they even, if they're in areas that allow them to, open accounts on our MT5 and they trade on their own even, so the opportunity is there if you want it. If you don't want to use it, it's totally fine. But to me, networking isn't like what you would say, traditional, go buy some products and push it to everybody who, will buy it. This is an opportunity for people to use the program, not use the program if they want to, or just have fun with it or benefit from it, whatever it is that you want to do. Networking to me isn't that. Networking to me is just building a community. Because even if you're not doing it here, you're muted, Bob. But even if you're not doing it here, you have to do it outside of here. Don't you want to know as many doctors, lawyers? It's relationship building. That's all it is. And I don't need anything from you. You know what I'm saying? Relationship building is all about, what you're offering to somebody. Because if you're not adding value to somebody, you're taking away value, right? John Maxwell, I follow him intensively. So you are doing one of two things. Either you're adding value or you're removing it. So if you can't figure out which side you're on, then you're not going to benefit in life in general.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
It. Those
the simple model. I was just going to say the simple model that I've shared with all the Golden Team members is simply this. All I do is care, share, and compound. That's it. Care, share, and compound. That's my motto. And I always tell everybody that, Cynthia, branded the Golden Team. I tell everybody that, I was on a Zoom.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was on a little, WhatsApp meeting with her, and I said, hey, I've got some great logos that I want to share with you. Can you take a look at them and give me your opinion? Oh yeah, of course, Heather, no problem. So I sent them to her, and she goes, do you want my honest opinion? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, they suck.
Hate it.
They're so boring. She goes, let me make you one. And honestly, I swear to God, everybody, she made it in 10 seconds. She just boom, boom, boom. She's so amazing at it. And she just creates this beautiful Golden Team logo. And we adopted it that day and forever. I get to say Cynthia branded the Golden Team. So we are really thankful for that.
Branding, right? I mean, I believe in brands, in building brands. Okay. Yes. I know, we're taking time tonight to talk at my sister. It's your birthday, happy to do it. But, you spend a lot of time building your brand. So there's your brand and there's marketing. They're two different things, right? Marketing is getting in front of people and, trying to be spread your message or your word as quickly as you can. But you have to be able to build your brand, because at the end of the day, you don't want people following me. You want them recognizing and following you. You're the face of everything that you do. You're the one who's giving them these opportunities. And, I know a lot, Sin, why don't you do, the presentation? You do it better. Of course I do it better. I wrote it. Of course people want to hear from me. I'm the CEO. But in everything that I've always done, I made sure that I was a recognizable brand. All right. So that, guess what? If I was doing this or not doing this, or if you want to branch off and have your own business or opportunity, or, whatever it is you want to offer people, you're a nurse, for example. Let's say you want to give education on first aid, whatever it is, people have to be able to recognize you. So I think it is important, especially as leaders and the degree to which you build these businesses here, that you build your brand. So that's right.
5,000 people on this call, Cynthia.
Yeah, I mean, that is your brand. Whether you're with me or you're not with me, they'll follow you.
That's right. Amen.
And I think
all right, on that note, because I want to
something everybody should learn.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to be respectful of your time too, Cynthia, because honestly, you've been with us for the whole time, and I'm really grateful. We have a couple more panelists that wanted to share their heart. Rachel, you're next.
Hi, everyone. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much, Cynthia, for bringing your vision to fruition. It's totally changed my life and the lives of my family and lots of my friends. And I see that happening every day. I'm so grateful to Heather for the day she called me and said, you've got to look at this. And I was going to be one of those people that Bob just spoke about. And I said to Heather, well, do I have to tell anybody about it? I'm done with doing this. And she said, no. I said, do I have to sell anything? And she said, no. And I said, okay, do I have to put a certain amount of money in every month? And she said, no. I said, okay, I'm in. And within 2 weeks, after signing in on a Friday, and seeing, oh my gosh, this is abundance. Maybe I made $10 that first week, but to me, that was abundance. Now that feeling of lack that I'd always had disappeared. It just dissipated completely. And I felt this was such a blessing. I felt it was totally sent to me from God. And I'm just so terribly grateful. So I couldn't help but share that blessing. And that's what I do. I just feel it's a wonderful thing to share to everybody, with everyone, and it changes lives. So again, I'm so grateful to you, Cynthia, and to you, Heather. So grateful. Thank you.
Awesome.
And just to be clear, it wasn't my vision. It's God's vision.
Yes,
I'm just a messenger. I'm just a vessel.
I'm glad
You know, and I tell people that a lot of times. This came to me while brushing my teeth, because he likes to speak to me when he thinks I'm listening. When the day gets hectic and the kids are running around and things are getting done and my parents are calling, I can't focus and I can't hear. So he kind of likes to be like, hey, you know, while you're brushing your teeth, let me tell you something. And, you know, literally I stopped and was like, what am I supposed to be doing now? But it hits me, you know, loud and clear all of a sudden when things have to get done. And it's in times of struggle or, you know, in times of need or whatever, he never fails to deliver, you know, the message. And sometimes I just have to quiet myself long enough to hear what it is that he wants us to do. But that's always been a mission, not just for myself, but my husband Eddie, who's our CEO, my brother Ricardo, our CTO, and everybody that works behind the scenes with us, that we know that we have a mission greater than ourselves, that we just have to continue with. And it doesn't always mean we're going to know what to do and when to do it, but somehow it always just gets figured out.
Amen. That's fantastic. Another great brother friend, Eric Brown.
All righty. So, okay, I'm not muted. So anyway, Cynthia, want to thank you. Obviously, we love the fact that you came here to support the Golden Team, and we just appreciate everything you put together. I've been in this space, this crypto space now since 2017, and I'm so happy that we finally found a company that is sustainable, that's been around several years, because most companies we've been in, especially in this space, have crashed and burned. Let's face it. So the fact we've got something here that we can feel real comfortable about and comfortable with, and we can take this to the moon. We so appreciate
I do believe we can.
Yeah. So
we will, and we are.
Yeah. So I'm happy we got something that the masses can benefit from. So kudos to you and your team for what you got.
Thank you. It's a little weird when you hear like we're on our 4th year. Like I'm always taken aback. I'm like, where did the time go? You know, and there's still so much work to do. And you know, I love when people are like, well, you know, do you think we'll be here another 5 years? I'm like, if I said just yes to 5, would that be enough? Because guess what? Years ago when we started, like, can you just make it last 2 years? I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like, you know, it's not my goal to have an end date. Right? It's like people who sit around waiting for the end of the world to come. I'm not there. I'm not that person. I always come in to get raptured, you know, so then you're going to have to take me along with my business and everything else along with it. But I don't really have, you know, any intention of failing. So
awesome. That's
great.
Amazing. Eugene, a great friend of mine for many, many years. He's expanding all across Australia, New Zealand, Israel, the United States. He's from Australia. Eugene, my friend.
Hi, Eugene.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to say, Cynthia, thank you very much for being able to build such a great company. And also, I would like to say to Heather that you are my Canadian star. Thank you for calling me 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And thank you very much for letting me know about Novatech. I need to say that I was in completely disbelief. Totally based on my past experience in the industry. And also, I didn't really need it because, look, I've been in crypto for a while, okay? And then I've made quite a lot of profit in crypto, and I simply didn't need it, okay? But anyway, to make the story short, thank you very much that I got involved. I've been in it almost 2 years. I have never, ever been earning so much money from crypto, from networking, and honestly, I do love helping people. This comes from within, okay? I really love it, and I'm really happy that we have a vehicle that we can help to others. So again, thank you, ladies, very much. And I'll try my best what I can do to help others. Thank
Amen.
you.
Thank you, Eugene.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Donzel Clear, another amazing friend. He's part of the Satoshi Show, a great servant leader, and such a great person. Go ahead, Donzel.
Well, thank you, Heather. How you doing, Miss Cynthia? Happy birthday again, Heather. 29th birthday. Looking awesome. All right.
I was 29 for about 10 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
at least.
That's it. We just want to say thanks. I'm a young pup in the Novatech circle. Marcus, the Satoshi Group, we're part of the Golden Team. We're young, but we are very grateful and very thankful for what we have. When you look at 2019, when you started this thing, you had the pandemic, you got the markets going crazy, we have wars going on, and in the midst of all this chaos is this fabulous opportunity to wherein people could impact their lives. And, I had a conversation with one of my guys last night, and he was like, D, we were talking about Novatech, and he was like, I'm just tired. He said, I've lost so much, the crypto space, my 401k, my investments, I'm just hemorrhaging everywhere. I had to go back to work and do things differently because I just, the market's just too unstable. And I said, well, you know what? I said, let me share something with you. I said, everybody likes to be a part of a team that's undefeated, right? When you go undefeated, that's something you hang your cap on. There's few boxers, few athletes, few anybody that can say, I'm undefeated. And so far, thank God, Novatech has been undefeated week after week, month after month, yielding profit. So when I said that, he said, what do you mean? And I just did a little bit more explaining. And he was like, send me the information. I hope he's on this call tonight, because with Novatech, we have the power to be a bright light in a dark room. So we thank you for all that you do, your leadership, and what's been going on. And Heather, we thank you and the Satoshi Group, the family. That's what we are, family. Novatech is not I or me driven, it's we driven. So we're family.
That's right. You said it all right, Donzel. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever quite heard it explained that way. I love the boxing comparison or whatever. And people ask all the time, would you have expected that? I don't know that I can expect any of it, but I like your reference to just being a light in the dark room. Light is meant to shine, not to be hidden. Even if with that one little flower in the field that people notice or can use or whatever, then that's what we have to be. When I tell people all the time, I'm not trying to be the only name in this sector. I have to be honest with you, the more of us there are, the better it is for us, the more credibility there is, the more opportunity there is. This isn't like a world takeover. That's not my thing. I'm not trying to take over the world. I'm not trying to be the only opportunity. I want, even if people can mirror what we do well enough so that they can also create these, types of opportunities so more people benefit from it. I find myself chanting sometimes, just saying, I promise God I'll bring them to you. I promise I'll bring them to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think there's a bigger picture here. And maybe I don't even understand it completely just yet, but I need people to know that, that's not our game. We're not here to bash other companies. We're not here to talk badly about other people. We're just here to be like, just that open door. You want to come in, you're welcome. We'll provide space for you.
That's right, Cynthia. We're so in agreement with you. And our last person with their hand up is Keith Walden, another great star in our IT person who helps us any single time we need assistance. He's our man. Go ahead, Keith.
Thank you so much. Again, happy birthday, Heather.
Thank you.
Again, happy 29th. More. And again, Cynthia, so thank you so much for being here tonight. I mean, just listening to everything we've had to say, was just additional confirmation for all of us. As Donzel mentioned, we're all relatively new to the Novatech family. We're very excited to be here. We came from a platform where many of our members were doing well, but they went through some challenges. There was crypto winter, and we were like, what are we going to do? How can we help our teams? And just hearing the words of everyone, of Bob talking about the idea of being able to have something where all your teams can win. And when we started doing our due diligence with the Satoshi Show several months ago, and they came up and said, listen, guys, I think this is it. We just took it on faith. We just jumped in and we didn't look back. And everything we've seen so far has confirmed we made the right decision, and people are prospering like never before. We're very, very excited. And I want to thank you for your vision, whether you got while you were brushing your teeth or some other household errands or activity. Thank you so much for following up on that vision, because how many people might have got that vision?
I don't have a choice. This stuff wakes me up when I'm asleep sometimes. That's when I do get sleep. So I appreciate that, Keith. Thank you.
You know what, Cynthia, that's the group that had an FBI investigator do a 700-page report. Remember I sent that to you?
Yeah,
and
I wasn't
we were
gonna
like,
read that.
you think we're going to read this 700 pages?
When you sent it to me, you were like, I said, hey, they said we're in a scam.
And the bottom line of that whole story is that after 700 pages, they said, yes, the investigator said, this is a good company to move forward with. And so we're really happy to hear.
You just messed up saying that, because now everybody's doing right support asking for that report. I don't have it.
That's right.
Don't come looking for me for it. I burned it once after I read the bottom line. I was like, oh, thank you for telling me what I already know. But you know what I find amazing about all of that is nobody even contacted us the entire time. I just don't know how somebody writes a 700-page review without ever contacting us. But
I know. Oh, Marcus, we can't forget Marcus. I've got to know Marcus so well in the last few months, and he rose to senior executive so fast. I swear to God, Cynthia, I had to post 3 rank certificates in a row because he just jumped. And I'm so pleased to work with him. He's such a man of honor and integrity and such a great leader. And Marcus, I'd like you to go ahead and share a few words.
I mean, anybody who can grow a beard like that is okay on my team. So very impressed. Very impressed.
It is an absolute honor to be here in your platform, Cynthia. Everybody said it. I wasn't going to say anything. I told him I wasn't, but I felt like I should. In a short period of time, we have had an enormous amount of people who have decided to believe in this project and have moved through rank like I've never seen people move. And the idea for them to have their belief back was huge. They, and you've experienced it personally, when you get to a height and you're broken in that height, you're not broken, the system broke, but then coming back is you have to have that, I'm gonna get up anyway type of an attitude. And for the mere fact that we have had people decide to get back up and fight is absolutely awesome. And to have you on this call so that they can see we're not fighting alone. We've got incredible leadership with Heather. Heather's got great upline leadership with you. It just makes it worth it. The 6,000 people who came out to see this makes it worth it. This wasn't about just Heather's birthday. This was about everybody seeing that Novatech is just not some little thing over here. This is truly, probably one of the greatest things to happen in our time. And because of that, God-driven, it is now opening up a window of opportunity for every household on this planet that we call Earth to have an opportunity of a lifetime that they would have never had before. But without that toothbrushing moment, none of us would have had it. And so we're grateful that you had that moment and you received it and gave it to us. So we thank you and we look forward to nothing but great things in the future for all of us.
See, you have to be careful about the one who sits quietly, right? Because there are people who talk all the time, and there are people who talk when they have something meaningful to say. And I feel like, tonight and with your leadership and the people here that, we're making sure that when people say, that you guys are saying things that are extremely meaningful to me and to us and our community. And I do treat it not just as a family where this is a community. Novatech is a community of people. And just to make, again, a reference back to the boxing reference that Donzel made, you said something about being defeated. And what, sometimes people need to understand, you get sucker punched sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you take a champ, even a champ will get sucker punched. You catch a good one in the gut or whatever that you weren't expecting, and it just knocks the wind out of you. But we are not defeated. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of just knowing you have the ability to get back up, because you're only defeated if you stay down. Kids learn to walk every single day and they fall on their face every day. Nobody ever tells them, listen, stay down. You're not really that good at this walking thing. Saying we encourage them when they're young to get up and keep going. And we lose that sometimes, I think, as adults. And we think the world is against us. We're just not good enough to do something and whatever else. I don't know who told me I couldn't run a business. I did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So people need to understand things are going to happen. You're going to get sucker punched, but you are not defeated. So just keep it moving.
That's right. Amen. I'm so grateful to my sponsor, Olivier, who's here on this call also. And I'm going to make him say something because he's the only one that hasn't so far. And he just became a 1-star ambassador this week. And he's my brother. We've known each other for more than 10 years, and we've been in other things together. And we've spent hours and hours, on the phone and late at night and sharing with each other, caring for each other, praying with each other. And I just thank the creator of all for answering my prayer when I was, down in the dumps with my husband. I'm not even going to go into the big, long story, but, a lot of you know my story. And, he had an anaphylactic reaction to a vaccine injury and had to go through heart surgery and all kinds of still ongoing issues. And I prayed for a solution because I'm like, as a nurse, if I'm not vaccinated, I don't have a job. So what am I going to do? And I'm like, I need help. And Olivier called me with Dr. Zizi, a 2-star ambassador. So I have a solution for you, Heather. And I know that was my answer to prayer. And it has changed my life. Novatech has changed my life. Everybody, it's just care, share, and compound, and be consistent. For the last 2 years, I was consistent, just sharing it with 4 or 5 people every single month. That's it. My team has grown to over 20,000 people and $120 million in volume. And it's just because of consistency and caring for people. I'm not a big, huge networker. I'm a hard worker. That's what I'm about. And so, Olivier, I thank you, brother, for all of you've done for me and my family, and what you do for our golden team. I'm going to allow you to end it by sharing a few words, and I'm going to have Cynthia close us out.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Thank you so much. You are an amazing person. You are a great friend, Heather. I am so blessed to know you since the moment we met, and all these things we've done together. It's been just a blessing. And thank you so much for all you do for our team. Golden Team won't be where we are as Golden Team if it wasn't all the hard work and the support that you do for each and every one of us. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. And congratulations. I know even your father's qualified for 1-star ambassador, but you are the star ambassador out there, and I'm so proud of you for that. And to add to what Cynthia was saying, Cynthia, thank you. I don't know which word I should express, because Novatech came to my life when everything was collapsing with this COVID and everything was going wrong. And Novatech came. And it's not just the business, as you said before. It's not just a building of a business. And of course, you as a networker before, you build us something that you understand really good. And you put a composition plan and everything just to benefit everybody, even the leaders to move up. You make sure that everybody is helping everybody. It means you have built a culture, of this company, which I've never seen in many other companies, because some other companies were just all about money, all about things. But you have created a culture of building a bridge and changing economies of people in this world of whatever is going on right now, the recession and people losing their jobs and things are collapsing left and right. And yet in our Novatech, what you have built for us is incredible. I am so grateful every single day. I work every day with my team and everybody who I can be able to reach out and stuff to spread the word of sharing and loving and helping, just what you inspire us to do, which is above and beyond money, which I think this company is completely above and beyond money. And that's what I see in you. You're not just trying to do this to make another person here make extra money or not. No, it's changing people's lives. It's just basically giving people hope again. And thank you for that. I thank you so much for you and Eddie and the entire team of Novatech for all you're doing. So, and again, all the leaders, the Golden Team, and everyone in this company, we are lucky to be here, because what's out there. We're not going to compare the companies, but what we have here is extremely special. And I pray that you'll be able to see that and take advantage of it and run with it. So with that, basically, again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Olivier. I just want to thank all the panelists for joining us this evening, for all of the 5,000-6,000 people that came out this evening. Get back with your sponsor. They'll help you get your PAM account signed up. If you need any help, plug into the Golden Team. We have trainings every day of the week, along with Zooms every day. And we have a schedule that's specified just on Telegram for those information. And again, our guest of honor, the Reverend Cynthia Petion, CEO of Novatech. We are so honored that you came and shared with yourself with us today, especially for my birthday. What a gift that you gave me and our team. We really are grateful. And I'm just going to let you close it out with however you would like.
Thanks, Heather. Again, a very happy birthday and a huge congratulations to your team. Please take some time off for yourself tomorrow and just enjoy your day, enjoy your family, enjoy your son. I just, pray that God continues to bless us, to give us the vision. I think no matter what times may bring, that we're always going to be able to find a way through it in order to even be better on the other side of it than we come out. And we may have started out as one beacon of light. I just feel like this entire community, this culture of Novatech is just now shining light throughout every reach of the world. I appreciate so much what we have, the ability that we have. And I just want everybody here to know that you have the ability and the strength, and we as a community to do whatever we want, to build as big as we need, and to, we're not leaving this planet without making a dent. And, I just pray that we continue to have God's favor so that we can do that, and that, our enemies just stay at bay, because we're not interested in whatever you're trying to bring to us, because whatever we have here is bigger and stronger than anything anybody can throw our way. So, we appreciate every single one of you. We do want your feedback, your participation, because we're not, running the show on our own. So have a blessed night. Have an incredible birthday, Heather. I love you tremendously. Even when you're messaging me at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're on the same time zone. I don't know why you don't sleep. But guys, thank you for all you do. Enjoy your night. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless everybody. Thank you for coming out.